Hi everyone. I actually hiked today earlier this morning. I had a couple appointments and then I just got done with my son's baseball game. It was an interesting hike. I went to Noble Woods. So I have a fire near me, so the air quality is not the best. It's um getting today it got even worse. So I chose, since I had appointments, I was going to hike out in towards Hillsboro, and so I went to Noble Woods, and it was early, really dark. Started off, it was beautiful. I don't even know, I should have stopped the timer, but I didn't. I think I got like half a mile in, and I there was homeless people just sleeping on the walkway, and then you couldn't walk through any more, and there wasn't anyone else around, so they were in their sleeping bags, and it was um, like a wooden pathway. And so I just turned around. I think I got maybe a half a mile in, and I left to a different place called Orchard Park. And I didn't know exactly. I thought I got about half mile in, but it was a little uneasy with, I was surprised. I went to that other place all the time when I was a kid. And then when I had kids, that used to be my backyard. It was cool. So, I mean, it's crazy because it's around all these houses, and then it's almost like hiking trails, very woody. It's nice. I did not expect it. Plus, I wasn't going to walk over them, so I just turned around and I went to Orchard Park. A lot more people. People were already up doing. It's also a frisbee golf place, so or disc golf, and people were playing. So when I first started, there was no one else walking the path besides me. Since I didn't know how far I got, I just did 3 miles just to be safe and call it good. It was a lot more peaceful, more relaxing. It was a good hike. It's just not, what I expected. This week's was, challenging, but I still made it work and I still went through it. So, I am proud. So what stood out this week for the spiritual? I always thought of spiritual and religion as, pretty much the same thing, having a purpose, believing in, the higher power. But, I learned so much more this week, and it truly is, like, when I was thinking about it, like today I went on the hike by myself, but, even when I went with like my spouse, it was just a good time. Like, we were reflect, and we were, talking about, it's like quiet, and we really, had good communication compared to, at home we have kids and we're always on the go, always busy. So it was definitely a different experience. And it really made me think of that, as how it's like, it's a purpose. Like, you're almost reflecting on like your goals, and just being able to breathe and think out there. He's definitely different than I am with, like, I think I've explained in another discussion on, he's looking at, why is things there? And that to me, is spiritual too. I don't think that way. It's not that I don't want to, it's just that I cannot think that way, or it gives me anxiety for other things. So I just have a straight path, or I don't do that. So overall, I definitely, that stood out, is the difference between them. They really are fully different. I mean, obviously there's similarities, but for the most part, it's definitely different in my mind than what I had, made up and connected them together. One place or experience where I feel connected on something larger than myself, really, it's my kids. I know it's probably not, where the question's going, but I really, feel just, I want so much more for them than I've ever gotten out of my life. So I live for my children. Everything I do, is for them. I just want them to be happy and healthy, and I want to just enjoy their life. And so with them, I feel connected. Watching them succeed, it really makes me feel connected, and just that I've been successful, and it's larger than me because they're the ones doing it, but I get to help guide them. I definitely feel time in nature. Hiking is something that, resonates with me spiritually, because it's definitely like able to reflect, and, you're able to have just that quiet time. I think it was in the video this week where discussing just like having the time out and just to reflect and have that like connectivity by yourself. And you really don't get that anywhere else. And so, especially when you go out hiking and you lose service, that's, it really is great. And so it's just that me time that really, resonates with me. Being able to, just think about, and also, if I've had a hard week, being able to reflect on it and being able to explain, go over it and then what I could do better. And to me, it's just, it's just living better. This week's reading, the lecture definitely resonated with me. I really enjoyed watching the lecture. The reading, it was interesting. Overall, it's interesting to me how, what people think when people pass away, like where their bodies go, and how some people, believe they stay on Earth in this case, or others, believe that, their spirits leave and they go somewhere else. So that was interesting. But the lecture I really liked that we were able to go deeper into the difference between spirituality and religion. And so just being able to understand that more. I hope everyone has a great week. Can't believe next week's our last week.